Hello everyone, it is Skyz here. Welcome back to another video. Today's video, I'm going to be going over the top 5 DLCs that have come out within the past couple years in Fallout 76. There has not have been a lot of updates, but what they have given us is quite a lot. And this is the first video of 2023. Hello 2023, but we're just going to jump in straight in. No bullshitting around. Let's go. Coming in at number 5, we have Nuclear Winter. Now, Nuclear Winter is probably the first real update I can say that actually brought me back into Fallout 76. Because at the time of Nuclear Winter's release, the only update we've gotten was actually Wild Appalachia. And it added a lot of stuff. But who the hell still does all of those brewery or distillery missions with Nuclear Shine and all that for the dude inside of the parlor? I don't know who does that anymore. But Nuclear Winter added the game of Nuclear Winter, which added a lot of life back in the 76. Even if it was for a bit, it was still a lot of new content added into the game. You can level up inside of Nuclear Winter and actually get rewards you can use in survival mode and in what's the adventure mode? Yeah, adventure mode. I don't remember if this update added survival mode or if that was in Wild Appalachia. But there's not much I could really say about this update. I really like this update. I tried to find footage of my first win because I know that I have my first win somewhere, but I could not find it. I only found 2 screenshots inside of my OneDrive, and anything on my Xbox account is gone. So I don't know what happened to my footage with Nuclear Winter, but I do remember having a lot of fond memories playing it, which might come at number 5 because remember this is a top 5. It is my own opinion. I can't really say more. It was a great update, and I feel like Bethesda shouldn't have removed Nuclear Winter. If not, make it a game mode that can come in every so often inside of like the special things, because I think it'd be kind of fun to play Nuclear Winter again. It was really fun. I remember the E3 that they announced it. I got really hyped, and I was super excited for it. Fun fact: I was actually in the car when my mom got pulled over when they showed off Nuclear Winter, and I was ecstatic. So I don't know what that cop really saw back there or thought of me, but again, it was a really great update. I can't say there's not really anything bad about it besides the fact it did add a whole lot into adventure mode besides new cosmetics and all that. But other than that, it was a great update, and I highly recommend they make it a limited time game mode they can bring in every week or so often. Coming in at number 4, we have One Wasteland. Now, One Wasteland was a great update, but it was also a really controversial update because this was the update that changed damage from multiplicative to additive. But it was also the update that fixed the game entirely, because now no matter how high of a level you are, you could go anywhere on the map to XP farm and you would still get really good experience. So let's say for level 50, instead of going to White Springs and West Tech, you can now go to the Grafton Dam, or you can go into the abandoned airplane, or like the crashed airplane site in the forest. I forgot what that area is called. But it did add a lot of content like the last update, but it added a feature where no matter what level you are, you can go anywhere to XP grind, which I feel like is a great addition, because now everything scales to you, and and even if you're level 1, you can still stay in the forest. It didn't change it so where if you're level 1, you can go into Cranberry Bog and kill a ton of level 1 Scorch Beasts. It still had the minimum level cap on the areas, but it made it so that way higher level players don't have to keep hopping servers if they see somebody at the at West Tech or at White Springs. They can go anywhere, which I think is a great idea. But the whole nerfing melee to be nothing more than terrible, pretty much, before they kind of fixed it throughout the other updates. It was a really bad choice on them. I actually had a really good melee build. I actually had a really good Junkies brawler build, and then I had to scrap it, and I went into Heavy Gunner, and I have not changed since until I made, of course, my melee character. But other than that, again, it was a great update. It added a lot of features besides those two, but those were really the big two, and the big con was being changing a multiplier to additor, which a lot of the effects in the game still don't reflect that. It's instead of saying plus, it just says multiply. Again, great update, just kind of bad, which is why it comes in at number 4. Coming in at number 3, we have Steel Rain. Now, Steel Rain is between Steel Rain and Steel Dawn. It's really up to debate and opinion on which update you think is better. For me personally, I feel like Steel Rain did a better job at not only keeping me in the game, but keeping others in the game than Steel Dawn did. Because Steel Dawn, the story felt really rushed. And besides them just removing the debuff for having hunger and thirst, which that was actually a really great addition, which was supposed to come out of one Wasteland but didn't. Other than that, it didn't really add too much. It added a new, it didn't add any new weapons. It just added some pretty shit ones. Besides the face breaker, that was really cool. But Steel Rain, on the other hand, continued on with the Brotherhood story, which I feel is actually much better than the first part. Even though I don't remember anything about it, which, I mean, who the hell does? It's kind of bland in my opinion. But Legendary Crafting was added, which is possibly is honestly probably my favorite feature they have added. Just for the simple fact I don't have to spend hundreds of script at rolling for 3-star weapons and hoping I get a fixer. I can now roll a individual fixer and get 3 random effects, which I still feel like it should be no matter what star you choose, or like so if you choose 1 star, it changes the main effect, and then the major effect, the minor effect, which is a 2nd star, you can reroll that. So if you want a bloodied faster fire rate, VATS hit chance, and you have a bloodied bash VATS hit chance, you can reroll that 2nd one until you get the one you want, which I feel like is the way it should have worked, but it didn't. But Steel Rain is still a awesome update. I am so glad that they added Legendary Crafting in general, because it fixed a lot of issues with the game. But other than that, it was a great update, and I don't have any issues with it. Coming in 2nd place, we have The Pit. Now, I know this is the newest DLC on this list, but considering that Nuka World on Tour I still have yet to really make my full opinion on, I would say that The Pit is probably my 2nd favorite DLC in the entire game. It added a brand new location in my home state of Pennsylvania, which is Pittsburgh, and they got it down in Fallout 3, so I knew they got it down in Fallout 76. They added the Trog, which I wish the Trog was actually in Appalachia, but I mean, well, what am I gonna do about it? They brought back the Responders, which is really cool, because actually I roleplay as a faction on all of my characters. My Shotgunner is a Responder, so I got a lot more new apparel to use on him. It added a brand new power armor. It added the auto axe. I think that's the only weapon they added. Which brought in a new build of auto melee, which was kind of like a niche build before, but now it's kind of mainstream at this point. And overall, it was a really great update. The only thing that was kind of bad about it is the stamp system, but in the scoreboard you get quite a lot of it. And so far I've seen is that getting stamps in expeditions actually isn't that bad, especially considering you can join in on your friends. So you can do 4 expeditions in a day. If you have four friends on to play all day, you can do 4 and get all of the stamps you want to get all of the rare rewards you got. However, I so wish the expeditions was like how it was mentioned before, where we were able to go back and forth between Appalachia and the Pit at will, and we can have a camp in Appalachia, we can have a camp in the pit. However, there's one update that absolutely changed absolutely everything for Fallout 76. I think y'all know what it is, but it is my favorite update that's ever come to Fallout 76, and honestly is the update that I feel like saved the game and brought me back in full swing. And coming in at number 1, for obvious reasons, it is Wastelanders. Now, I'm going to take you on a brief history with my brief history with this game. In really brief detail, I pre-ordered Fallout 76, and I was initially, like a lot of other players, I was not satisfied with the offerings from the base game, and I would come back periodically, maybe check out whatever new update they added and all that. I was only level like 57 by the time I got back for Wastelanders. However, quarantine happened, and like a lot of other people, I decided to pick up a game that I didn't really like at first, just to try it out. And I tried Fallout 76, and I actually fell in love with it. And this leads me to here today. I played before the update came out. I was excited for Wastelanders because I heard about it, and then Wastelanders came out, and that kind of slated this channel's existence. But in any case, Wastelanders added NPCs, which is probably the best thing they've ever added to the game. It added new guns. It added gold bullion system. It added reputation system, which we haven't seen since Fallout New Vegas. It added so much content. It added / changed locations, added the overseer, and it was honestly the best update ever. Fallout 76 was my quarantine game, and I'm still playing it to this day because of this DLC. I have fallen in love with this game because of this DLC. I can't stress this enough. I fucking love Wastelanders. There's nothing else I would want to play at that time besides Wastelanders, and I'm so glad it came out the time it did. Now, granted, it was delayed by a week. However, that didn't matter to me once I started diving in and playing with it, because holy shit, it was the greatest time of my life. And honestly, I'm never gonna get that feeling back of staying up till 5 or 6 in the morning playing Fallout 76, going to bed, having my dad wake me up at like 10 o'clock, and then jumping straight back in. I'm never gonna have that feeling again, and I just love it. It brings back a lot of quarantine, like happy quarantine memories. Now, quarantine did suck, but it is one of the only times in my life that I feel like I truly lost time, because 2 weeks flew by, and then a month flew by, and then a month flew by, and then before I knew it, school was starting back up virtually, and I fucking love this DLC. But thank you, Bethesda. But other than that, best DLC in the game by far. And this kind of leads the video to end right here. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Thank you guys so much for subscribing to me, liking my videos. Thank you so much for supporting me in 2022. It was a fucking crazy year. I had my first video crack over 10,000 views, and now it's over to nearly 15,000 views as of recording. Fucking ridiculous. Thank you guys so much. I love you all. Follow my Twitter. I want to actually start posting on Twitter, and I'm planning to stream a lot in 2023. This is going to be the year of the channel's growing to being... I want to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and I feel like we can do that with the pace that we are going right now. I want to build a strong community. I want to I just want to be a part of the Fallout 76 community, and you guys have shown me that I kind of am. Thank you guys so much. This is kind of like a childhood dream coming true. But I'm gonna leave this here. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Comment, like, and subscribe. Comment what your favorite DLC has been in Fallout 76. My name is Skyz. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.